good afternoon. Welcome to the allotment. It's the 8th of June, it's in the afternoon. We've had some strange weather the last few days. We've had, after a number of days where it's really hot and sunny, we've now had a period of rain and cooler temperatures, and today we've had heavy showers and now we've got blazing sunshine. In fact, it's only just stopped raining and the sun is already out quite strong. I'll just swing the camera around and you can see in the polytunnel, I'm at the far end of the polytunnel, which is a different area than I normally view from. So you can see I've removed a lot out of the polytunnel. So right up this far end we've got a cucumber plant with a cucumber already forming on. Hopefully those will grow away. This is where I had all the onions and garlic, so I haven't replaced them with anything. You can see I've got some of the French beans and the runner beans still there. I've planted those out, so we'll have a look at those. If it stopped raining, it stays like that. On the swinging shelf you've got the onions that are drying out, and then the middle bed we have all the tomatoes. One of the jobs I'm down here to do today is to pinch out the side shoots. So they've been a little bit neglected, so there's some side shoots to print out and tying in. So that's a job for in a little while. And then on the bottom bed, I've got to tie up the cucumbers. The peppers are starting to grow away and I've harvested the lettuce. There's a few stragglers left. There should be a little bit left on there. And then on that other swinging shelf, you can see I've got the garlic that I harvested. Okay, so I think it stopped raining. So we'll go outside and have a little look outside. Okay, so in this bed here we've got the parsnips and the beetroot. Then I've got some weeding to do on the paths, get rid of some of the mare's tail. Got cauliflowers in this bed. They got a little bit stressed in the hot weather. If I come down here, I've got the red onions. A lot of those have gone to seed. I'm really disappointed with those. When we had that really hot weather, they just shut off. It stressed them all out, so won't get much of a harvest out of those. These are the other onions, the tough ball onions. Those at the moment are growing away quite nicely, so I'm quite optimistic with those. Come into this bed, we've got the calabrese. That's growing away quite nicely. And in this bed over here, we've got cabbage and we've got green cabbage and red cabbage. And then if I move along, very windy again today. A few weeds there. But you can see I've got the sweet corn in this bed here, and that's largely taken away quite well. And then outside I've got all the potatoes. Got some stray tomato seeds in with these potatoes, but the potatoes have done well generally. Okay, we'll walk over the other side. Oh, that bed at the top, which needs weeding desperately, is where the shallots are. These are the peas. Unfortunately, we have to keep them covered because of the pigeons. Come down here. Got the gladioli, and new ones been planted up. These are the French beans, which I couldn't film putting in because of the inclement weather, but those are all in. Same process as I did with the runner beans. And if I come to this other bed here, courgettes. We've got 4 courgette plants, which is a bit too many really. just beyond over there we've got the strawberries which we've been harvesting, and above those we've got the gooseberries which have been picked off by the birds. We move across now, we've got the potatoes. These are the main crop Picasso. They might need another covering with straw. Then we've got our runner beans which are growing away quite nicely now. Some might need a bit of training around the sticks, but apart from that they're all right. And then above those we've got the early potatoes growing away, and above the early potatoes we've got the loganberries. Carrying on along, in here we've got, if I remember rightly, some cabbage, and then in this bed we've got the sprouts, which again looking quite good. Down under these coshes we've got carrots, but we've had very poor germination with the carrots. Not the only person to struggle. I spoke to a couple of other plot holders and they've struggled to get them to germinate, so might have to redo those or just rely on the ones we've got in tubs. Then under this big cloche we've got the leeks, which are still very young and growing away. Over here we've got the sweet peas, we've been picking those. I don't particularly mind all the weeds at the bottom. They do need weeding, but it's nice to have some flowers on the plot. Then we've got croissants. Then, I don't know what these were, the zinnias. Then a gap and some more croissants. This all needs weeding. Okay, so that's a quick tour of the plot. There's one other place to have a look at. That's the small polytunnel. Let's have a look in there. I think that needs weeding as well. Okay, so in the small polytunnel we've got tomatoes and aubergines. The aubergines are at the far end. So got different types of tomato plants growing. If I get down, so this is a variety called micro purple. We've got some of those growing at home on the windowsill, and then we've got this one's sun baby, I think, and then we've got a lot of indeterminate varieties growing. And then if I swing all the way around, this is a variety called Effner, which is a small bush type variety. It should grow probably twice that height, but it likes to spread out along the ground. And then we've got this one here, which is Tigrit Red. These are the proper colours of the leaves, this sort of lime green colour. And again, this is a micro variety. Again, we've got some of those growing on the windowsill at home. So I've got, that's a bush type. There's the two micros are bush types. So I've got a few that need tying in. Okay, so that's a quick, let's close that door. So that's a quick look at the tomatoes in the polytunnel, the small polytunnel. Like I say, I've got to do those, okay, but I'm going to concentrate on sorting out the large polytunnel, or the tomatoes in the large polytunnel. This one here is another Effner, so that grows as a bush type, so I don't need to do anything with that one. This one isn't a bush type, but the problem I've had with this one is I've got a flowering spike there, but I've got to take this side shoot out and this other side shoot. And likewise with these others coming down here. Okay, so if I can, I'll just try and show you with this one. So that's a side shoot I don't want. So that's coming out. Notice I've got a flower there, I've got some flowers coming up there, I've got another truss back down here, I've got another side shoot here to come out. Also what I'm going to do is a side shoot down here which has grown away, so that's coming out. I'm also going to take off some of the bottom leaves. I've actually got a tray of flowers there. So I've taken off some bottom leaves. I'm going to leave these other leaves while the tomato plant is quite young, but as the tomato plant gets older, I'll take more of the bottom growth away. Now I'm just going to tie in the plant at the top against the cane. So try and keep the plant nice and straight. So I'll put a loop around the plant and then I'll go around the cane twice and tie in. That's all I need to do on this one. Some lovely nice leaves growing away nice. So this should produce some nice fruit. This is an Alicante, quite a traditional type of tomato to grow. So like I say, it's an indeterminate, which means we want to keep it growing upright. We want to take all the side shoots off. Okay, as opposed to the determinate type or the bush type, which is the EFMA, where we want to encourage the side shoots. Okay, so I'll carry on with that. The sun's gone in again. So I'll carry on and get the rest of the tomato plants done. Okay, what I've decided to do is to remove these onions. Okay, so it's just a case of cutting off the tops, leaving a bit, and then trim the roots, get a bit rid of some of the dead skin. This one's a little bit soft, so that's a reject. Cut that one off. Okay, and those will go home and they'll be stored. So I've just got to do all the onions now. We haven't got the onion crop that we had last year. It's one of those things, it comes and goes. We lost the red onions, which we'd sort of gambled on because we use a lot more red onions than white onions. So next year we'll probably increase the number of white onions we do. Hopefully the tough ball onions that we got growing away will all come good, and that should give us a fair amount of onions to get through the year with. But we're going to be down on the number of onions that we had last year, so we're not going to get through the whole year like we did this year. Most of the winter onions and the garlic, not a great harvest, but anything's better than nothing. Okay, so that's the jobs done for this afternoon. Tidied up the tomatoes, got the onions and garlic that have been drying out in the polytunnel. Those will go back home, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.